Imagine for a second that this here is your web design. Now, you're just not too certain about the colors. You want options and you want them fast. Well, in the past, you would have to manually change all the color values and that would take forever. Well, until now. I've devised a piece of JavaScript that you can easily integrate into your project. And then with just 2 prompts issued to either ChatGPT 3.5 or GPT-4, you can have dozens upon dozens of accessible color schemes within minutes. They'll all be accessible. They'll adhere to the WCAG 2.0 color contrast guidelines, and it will spit out multiple different types of color schemes based on different color theories, such as dark modes, light modes, monochromatic, analogous, triadic, complementary color schemes, and more. You want to know how? Let's find out. First, you have to ensure that your project is set up properly. In your CSS, any colors that you want this to affect should either have a color property, a background color property, fill, stroke, box shadow, border, etc. In other words, any property that allows and accepts color input. Then the next step is to utilize the following prompt. You simply copy and paste your existing CSS into the section of the prompt. And by the way, you can grab all this here in the description of this video. Now this will modify any CSS in such a way that any color values are extracted and placed into CSS custom properties. Now after that, you reference this JavaScript file. Make sure to download it obviously first here in the description. Then make sure that it's in the appropriate folder off of the root. Now this does a few things. First, it allows you to use your keyboard's right and left arrow keys to filter through the different color schemes that will be generated in the next prompt. And second, it contains an array where you will paste in the AI generated color schemes which come in the form of simple objects. All this does is replace the CSS custom properties with different color values. And then finally, you issue the second and final prompt right here. You can modify this prompt to however you want, but in short, it simply says, provide me with 20 color schemes utilizing the previous CSS custom properties that you created. They should be in the form of comma-separated JavaScript objects where you set each custom property name to a new color value, for example, yada yada. Ensure all color schemes utilize and adhere to good color design principles, and make sure any text adheres to the WCAG 2.0 color contrast guideline. It goes on, and you can modify this however you wish. Let's go ahead and hit enter. Now, of course, depending on how many you ask it to generate, it may stall out and stop the prompt generation. At that point, all you have to say is continue on from where you left off. Now that it's complete, you simply copy and paste these into the array section of the JavaScript file. Hit save and observe. And before I show you the results, let me show you the setup real quickly one more time. Here is the index.html file that I have. I'm referencing a CSS main.css right there. And then all the way at the bottom, we are referencing this script right here, which happens to be this file. These right here, all of these objects are all the individual color schemes that ChatGPT or GPT-4 created. By the way, you can use GPT 3.5, but I found that the color schemes weren't quite as good. So you just paste them right there. And then also in your CSS file, here's all the initial CSS. All you have to do is just paste in the refactored CSS that it gave you in prompt 1 at the bottom, and that way everything's set up properly. All right. Here we go. Let's check out the first one. All right, now before I start to cycle through these with the right and left keyboard arrow key, notice down here, if I zoom up, you'll see it says color scheme index 1. This way it kind of lets you know which color scheme that we're currently looking at. So this actually is really cool. Compared to the first one, this is a perfectly acceptable color scheme with good contrast. Let's check out the next one. All right, so it decided to change the background color, the body background color, to kind of like this muted green. And it really, the colors work very well with each other. All right, so now we have kind of like a dark mode. This is awesome. I would probably want to go a little bit darker with this, but everything is still solid. The text still contrasts very well. All right, so this is a much brighter one. These colors work well. Like, take a look at this, this sort of pinkish color compared to this yellow. Everything looks fantastic still. Oh man, this is awesome. I don't know if I would personally even try to come up with this myself. This is so cool. By the way, these are SVG graphics right here. And to ensure that your SVG graphics actually get changed, make sure that when you use SVG, you're doing it inline in the HTML. Don't use an image, otherwise it won't be able to change the colors of your SVG graphics. Let's check out the next one. That was number 5. Here's number 6. Looks great. All right, this one's pretty cool. Wow, I really like that. This is nuts. And what's cool is that it's actually inside of a live browser. So you can really be able to envision it exactly as it looks like in the browser. Look at some of these. These are nuts. That one is not. That one's not good. I don't know why it screwed this one up. It's kind of like a monochromatic approach. But this is actually still be cool if the arrow was fixed and this text was fixed here. Look at this one. Wow. I like all of these. I don't see an issue except for the monochromatic one with any of these. This is amazing. Here's more. All right, so this dark mode right here worked really well. Wow. This is just awesome. This is the first time I think I've seen like a white card background with a different colored page background. Wow, and this one's awesome. I really like this as well. These are amazing. This one's great too, and I think this is the final one. I generated like 28 of them on my own. You can keep going back to ChatGPT to ask for more of these. You can generate hundreds if you wanted to sit there and wait long enough. So I have to say, this is a really exciting tool. Again, this is all available here in the description of this video. If you really enjoyed this, please help out my channel. YouTube's been decimating me lately. Please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, click the bell notification icon. I'm going to start really upping the production value of my videos, and hopefully you'll be here with me to enjoy all of it. All right, everybody, I'll see you soon, and goodbye.